Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's been a really long time since I've vlogged, but if you are new, my name is Amanda and I am in my second semester of nursing school, and it has been just crazy. So filming has not been something that's been on my mind, and I meant to film yesterday. I had my third pathophysiology test and I wanted to film that because I got a 65% on the first one of the semester, but we're coming back up from it. I got 85% yesterday, which I will totally take. So there is a quick update. I am on my way to Lifeguard at one of the middle schools for their gym class. I have class on Monday morning, but it is optional, so I'll just watch it later. I decided I'd rather have the money. It's like 7:15. It's kind of early. Yes, I'll be there until 2:20. So 7:30 to 2:20. Kind of a long day, but there's a lot of downtime, so I brought my laptop and I'll try to like film a little bit. I need to watch some video lectures that were like the pre-work for today's class, and I also need to study. I have another test coming up this week. I think I'm going to do a week in the life, so we'll have my second Med-Surg test and see how that goes. Hopefully we'll kind of see what this week holds. It's my last day in my cardiology unit tomorrow, and then I'll be in OB, which is exciting. Yeah, so I will check in with you later. So this is my workspace right now. I have some apples. I had a smoothie for breakfast. I am watching pathophysiology lectures and typing notes while I go. And then here's our nice pool area. Hopefully you can hear me, it's kind of loud in here. So I look a hot mess this morning. My hair is crazy, it's fine. Yeah, I'm at the pool. I have literally over 2 hours to just do homework and I'm getting paid. So I am not gonna complain about that. But it's a super easy gig right now. But I love lifeguarding, and yeah, I had a 7th grade boy say, "Hey cutie," which was a little uncomfortable, but you know, also I'm flattered, maybe? So yeah, this is my tube, got my whistle, suit, I'm cold, so I'm in my flannel, and I got my hip pack. So this is my life for the next couple of hours. And yeah, catching up on pathophysiology lectures for this week, and then like I said, I skipped lecture this morning to work, so I'll just watch that later. I don't know that I'll have time to do that during my shift. Maybe, we'll see. I have an hour still to watch, but that's a little update, and it's kind of nice. I've got like, I think 2 more gym classes to guard for this afternoon, and then go home and study probably. We're gonna go for a walk. It's all of our old tomato pots from last summer. Yeah, everything is super dead still, but hopefully soon we'll have more green. But spring is coming and we're so excited. We can go for a walk. Not as long as yesterday. But yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah, you just went under the water. Probably not coming up now. Oh, bubbles. Oh. Is he gonna come up? Oh, he's over there now. Oh, he dove again. Just want a good shot. And now there's all this brush. Oh well. And there he is again. Can't even see him. It's too much brush. No, I'm not gonna pee. Of course they like move too fast. can go get some videos of the geese. They just move too fast. You could like run across the skunky stuff. I think this zooms. Hello, it is Tuesday. I just got done with my last day on the cardiac floor, and it went really well at first. It ended a little bit shakily, but some cool things today. My patient was on dialysis, so I actually got to go down during the dialysis infusion. It was a 2-hour session, and I got to see the fistula. I got to palpate it and listen to it with the stethoscope because it makes like a whooshing sound, and I have like no experience with fistulas. I wasn't really sure. I thought it was a dumb question. I was like, so is this something that happens naturally after, you know, a lot of punctures? Or is this something that's surgically created? I was like, I really know nothing. And so now I know it's a surgical procedure to create it, combining an artery and a vein. Pretty cool. It's like just a really raised area on the skin. And yeah, you can hear whooshing over it. You can really feel like a pulse on it. It was really, really cool. And I let the patient listen to it also because she had never heard it. And I was like, I think it's really cool. Wouldn't it be really cool to like hear kind of what's happening in your own body kind of thing? So yeah, dialysis was really cool. And I was talking to the nurses just really briefly while I was down there. And it sounds like they potentially would hire a new grad. So something I would really consider. And a couple other cool things. I got to do my first subcutaneous insulin injection today. I think last week my patient had it prescribed, you know, if the blood glucose was over 140, but their blood glucose was never over 140, so I didn't get to do it last week. But this week I got to give insulin 3 times, so 3 subcutaneous injections. Super cool. And I got to kind of help her get ready for discharge. I don't think there was anything else super exciting, but here's where it gets a little rocky. At the very end, my nurse looked just really flustered. Like, she was constantly getting like called on her little phone, which is how they communicate with patients and other providers. And yeah, she was super busy with stuff today. I tried to do as much as I could with my patient, but she also had 2 other patients that I never actually saw. So I was like, hey, woo! So I was like, well, how can I help? And I thought she'd just have me like give an oral med or something. Then she wanted me to hang an IV infusion and give a bolus, and I was like, she's like throwing out all these med names that I really didn't know. Because I just said, you know, hey, I can go grab my clinical instructor and we can go do this if you need some help. But yeah, then I had like no idea what was going on. I was like the middleman of not really quite understanding what my nurse was saying, and then not really able to answer questions for my clinical instructor to kind of help. So I felt really stupid. As one of my classmates said, you know, humbling experiences as nursing students. So yeah, that was like literally right at the end, and it was just like rushed, and I didn't really get to help too much with actually setting up the IV. I got to prime the line, and that was kind of it. So yeah, that was my clinical day. I go home and I will have a post-clinical debrief on Zoom. So we'll just kind of talk about our day, and this was my last day. Next week I'll be an OB, which is exciting, and it's just kind of an orientation day. I don't know exactly what that's going to entail. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I am at work right now, so I'm a nanny, and I just put them down for a nap, so I'm going to clean up quick. We have a couple toys on the floor, and I think they pulled some more stuff out. I'm gonna have to deal with those puzzles over in the corner here. So yeah, I have a test tomorrow for Med-Surg, so while I was watching them and making lunch, I was rewatching video lectures, just kind of sped up a little bit, and I don't know, there's so much content. I feel super unprepared. I feel like I should have started studying sooner than Monday for a test on Thursday, but can't do anything about that now. I have to get an oil change after work, been like 2 hours. And yeah, then I'm studying. We have a case study due tomorrow before class. It's like worth 2 points as part of our test, but we can work in groups. So I have a group meeting tonight at 5, I think. And yeah, I'm stressing out a little bit, but there's only so much studying I can do, and we'll see. This test is only worth like 10% of our grade, so like, you know, not as much pressure, but a little bit of pressure. So yeah, I'm gonna study. Once I clean up, I'm gonna study until I'm done with work, and then study while my car is getting an oil change, then go home. Good morning, it's Thursday, and I am just getting ready for class. I have class in like 10 minutes, and then I have a little break, hopefully a longer break if class gets done early this morning, which it has been the last couple weeks. And then I have an exam at 1:30. Fingers crossed we do okay. I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident today. I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed there for a little bit. I felt like I should have started studying a lot earlier. I think I was talking about that yesterday. But I feel a lot better now today. I rewatched a bunch of the lecture videos from the past couple of weeks in class. Luckily with Zoom, we have access to just the whole lecture. So it was really nice to kind of like re-listen. I was listening at like a faster pace, like either not always twice as fast, but like 1.75 to sometimes ×2 speed, and I feel like that really helped. I was gonna do some more this morning, but Canvas was down, so then I started just watching TV and just studying our tickets to class, which is kind of like review sheets that we do every week. And I actually feel like that was really helpful, so I'm feeling a little bit better. There's just so much content, and they're NCLEX style questions, so even if you know the content, you know, sometimes it'll, like, all the answers will be right, but it's like, which one would you do first? Or who would be the first patient you see out of these 4 people? And it's just getting used to that style of questioning is difficult. So I'm really hopeful that I do well. I will study a little bit more between classes for sure. I'm going to try to, if I can find the motivation, watch through last week's video lectures. Otherwise, I just have pediatric content this morning, and that usually doesn't go the full 3 hours, so that makes me happy. I've been really bad at like filming more than once throughout the day, but yesterday really all I did was study. I went for a walk. Oh, update too. So I thought my car needed an oil change because the maintenance required screen came up. I have a 2017 Prius C, so it's like the really small Prius. And I just assumed, like, you know, it's like the every 5,000 miles you need an oil change. And that's what the little sticker for the next maintenance said. I was like just slightly past the date, not up to the mileage quite yet. So I just assumed it was an oil change, and that's what I called and booked, and they were like, oh, do you want to do a tire rotation? I was like, probably not. I don't know that I really want to spend that money right now. But then he, like, looked at the iPad screen, which, you know, like, connects to the car or whatever. I don't know how it works. And he was like, oh, no, you still have 5,000 miles before your next oil change. I was like, what? So, like, what is it? He's like, oh, you're just due for a tire rotation. So I guess I only have to get my tires rotated every 5,000 miles, and my oil changes every 10, which seems like a long time, but I guess I get like the synthetic oil change, which is the more expensive one, and I guess you can go longer. I don't know if it's like a newer car thing. I am not a car person at all, but that was kind of nice. It was like way cheaper than I thought it was gonna be. It was like $20 to get my tires rotated versus being like $60 for the synthetic oil change. Yeah, that was kind of my day yesterday, and I'm just super excited to get done with this test. And then I have some catching up to do in my other classes, but it'll be totally fine. Like, it's cool. We'll be okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to get ready for class and try to update you more throughout today. Especially, I will definitely update you with how I do on the test. Hopefully I do well, but if I don't do well, I will still update. My cat just bit me. I was trying to play with him and he just chomped right on, which just slightly broke the skin, but now he's over here being all cute. So, went to the gym after class and ate some lunch, and I have 1 minute in my exam open, so I'm all ready to go. Did some studying, hopefully it goes well. So I finished, and I definitely did not do as well as I wanted to. I always kind of aim, like, my goal, like, I'll be happy if I get like 80% or higher. Excuse my phone. And I ended up getting about a 70%. So, you know, it's passing, and I still have like an A- in the class, but a little disappointing. There was one question that I feel like maybe should have been right. I don't know. They'll like go through and give points back sometimes. So there's an update. This is kind of me this semester. I'm not averaging great on exams. I did really well last semester. This semester is just a lot harder. And there was so much content covered. I also just suck. If there are all of the above questions, I'm really bad. And select all that apply, not good with those. So it's fine. I should still, like, at this point, I should like 100% like pass the class with at least like a B, minimum of a B. I'm hopeful that maybe I can keep it at like A-. That would be the goal. If I can get up to an A, even better. B+, it's fine. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I have to like log in to class in like 20 minutes, I think. I think we have an hour, so from when we started the exam. So there we go. You know, I feel like so many people, especially in my cohort, are just doing so well on these exams, and I'm just like, how? Like, I'm struggling, but at least I'm passing. So yeah, I'm just gonna like stop talking now. What are